wonderful. This is Tax Coach Susan, protecting taxpayers by empowering and illuminating you with easy to understand tax classes coming this 2020 tax season. All right, today I want to talk about 7 reasons to open a SEP IRA for you guys that are self-employed. But before I talk to you about this video, I want to tell you a little story. When I used to be in college, I took this class, Composition 101, and we were supposed to do I can't remember if it was 5 or 10 pages assignment, and we were supposed to go and interview the owner of a nonprofit organization. And so I set up the appointment and I drove there, and as I drove there, obviously these nonprofit organizations are going to be in an area where there's that need. And I remember seeing a guy with his things in the card, and it was just a sad looking environment. So I went in, and a nice lady greeted me. She actually showed me the entire place, which is, I was like, oh my God, this is totally awesome, you know. So she showed me all these rooms where people would stay for a certain amount of time, and she showed me the kitchen where homeless people would come and eat. And then she gave me a booklet, and in this booklet, something, an elderly guy with his broken glasses caught my attention. And I asked her, what about him? And she told me that this gentleman had worked all of his life, rented an apartment, and when he didn't have money to pay for his rent because he wasn't working anymore, he was kicked out. So he was living in the streets, and somebody had stolen his Social Security check. And so he was there coming to eat. And you know what? That really broke my heart for this elderly. But it also put me to think, oh my God, he probably intended to save money for his retirement. He probably thought that when he starts making more money that he would save. Or he probably thought that one of these days he was just gonna start, but it never came. He never did it. And so he was living on the streets at such an old age. He couldn't work anymore. He was living off Social Security check, but he was homeless. So I asked her, does he have any family? And she couldn't tell me. She didn't know. But that's out there, there's people out there that they think they're gonna save it someday, or they think they're making too little to save. But you know what? Even if you have to skip a lunch, even if it's just $5 that you can save, you put it in an envelope in your house and just write there, "For my freedom." And $5 every week until you collect $1,000, and you can open a CD. And you can continue to save until you have enough, and you can open a mutual fund where you can get more interest. But for those of you that are making the money right now, and you're thinking, oh, when I buy these, or after I buy these, that's when I'm going to start saving for my retirement, or when I pay off these, you know what? Put your life on pause for just one day and go and open that SEP IRA if your business is right now blooming, or you are so busy making the money but you haven't really stopped and think, and you haven't really gone into the future. Look at yourself when you are 85 years old and take care of you at 85 years old, because the money that you put in your retirement account is money that you're gonna need to eat when you can't work anymore, and depending on how much you save, it's money that you're gonna be able to take to travel, to have fun. So my wonderful friends, this is a call to action. Like today, if it's a weekend, then Monday, go and grab an envelope or go to the bank, one or the other. And now with this information, you're going to be able to do it really much easier. So 7 reasons to open a SEP IRA. The first, I put it as questions because I think it'll be easier for you guys to understand. And what is a SEP IRA? Really, a SEP IRA is like a traditional IRA. And it's going to reduce 3 types of taxes: your federal tax, your AMT, and your net investment income tax if you pay it. So it goes before taxes, which means that it's not like the Roth that you put it after taxes, so it goes it's a smaller amount. But with a not that the Roth IRA is bad, is maybe good, but it's not for everybody. So it goes after taxes, so that means the entire fruit goes into your retirement account. And for the current year, you can open it anytime within that year. And for prior year, you have more time to do your bookkeeping, whatever it is that you need to do. And you have until April 15th. And if you do have to get an extension or request an extension, then you have until October 15th. That's a pretty good amount of time for you to be able to decide, okay, how much is the most that I can put for my retirement account? Number 2, how much can I save? And you know what? Compared to a traditional and Roth IRA, which you can save only $6,000, remember, this is for you that are making the money. Your business is blooming and you're making a very good amount of income. You can put $56,000, and so that means you have bigger savings right at the start. And now, number 3, can I also open a traditional or Roth? Totally, yes, that would be totally awesome, because you can go and open a SEP for you, and if you have a spouse, you can open a traditional or a Roth for $6,000 for you and another $6,000 for your spouse. Totally awesome. And next, how much do I save with a SEP? And when it comes to measuring the savings, is really what is the tax bracket you got in and what is the tax bracket when you retire. So in this example, let's say that you start at 22% tax bracket when you start saving, and you save for 20 years, $50,000 each year at an 8% interest. And if our retirement, your tax bracket is 10%, you save over $274,000. That's like a huge amount more in your hands, guys. And that's only for 20 years. You know, obviously those of you can do 30, 40 years or can do more than 50,000. Totally awesome. Because, you know, you take 22% minus 10%, that's 12% savings. So number 5, how does it compare to a 401k? And you know what? Less complex, because there's less rules. This is much simpler, guys. All you do is you go to the bank, you fill out form 5305-SEP, and they help you fill it out. And then when you do your taxes, you deduct it on your form 1040. If it is a SEP for yourself, but if it is also for your employees, then you deduct that, the part for your employees, on Schedule C. Now, my recommendation is, if you have more than 4 employees, you really want to do a simple rather than a SEP. But if you have less than 4 employees, a SEP, totally awesome. And the next is, where can I open it? You can go to the bank and open it as a CD, as a money market, a savings account, and you can also invest it in the stock market as mutual funds or ETFs. Now, if you open it as a CD, obviously you're going to get maybe 2%. or less. If you open it in mutual funds, you're probably going to get a lot more long term. I want you to see it this way. Let's say that when you stop saving, when you retire, you have $300,000 and because you put it in a CD. But if you would have put it in a mutual fund, let's say that you are getting instead $700,000. Wouldn't it be worth it to pay yourself $400,000 for 1 or 2 days to learn about mutual funds? Just to get the basics, just so that you, when you open it up, you feel more comfortable. Just 2 days. And because most generally speaking, you will in long term get more money. So even if it's just double, that's $300,000. It's like totally awesome. And obviously that is depending on how long you invested. So it is well worth it to look into mutual funds. But if you don't have the stomach for it, CDs. The point is that you start. That is over 70% right there of what makes a difference, to start saving. All right. And you can also self-direct your retirement account. You can open any small business, real estate investment, Super Bowl tickets. You can invest in gold or silver. And so if you're a realtor, you know that market. Wouldn't it be awesome? You can also play with your retirement money in this real estate investment, so you can make it grow even better. That is a bigger freedom you have. All right. And number 7. So what is the biggest benefit? The biggest benefit is reduce stress. Think about it. No worries in the back of your mind if you're going to have money for food when you retire. You're taking care of it, which means that you probably will not retire in the hospital, which means that probably you will still be healthy, strong, full of energy, and ready to travel the world, which means that you're going to have more fun. So the regrets of tomorrow, you can take care of them right now. You can fix them right now. And you can have more savings. You can save more so you have more fun when you have more time, when you cannot work anymore. For those of you that love to read, you can travel, you can go to the park, you can go to the spa, you can read to your grandchildren. I mean, that's like so beautiful. So much more fun just because you paid attention. You went to the future. You looked at yourself when you're 85 years old and you said, right now, I'm going to take care of you. You're going to have lots of fun. I'm going to put a pause in my life right now, and I'm going to go and open that SEP or traditional or Roth, whichever it is that you can right now. The point is that you start because you're worth it. This video is actually part of my class that's titled Discover and Which Amount You Pay Taxes and How to Decrease It with IRAs and HSAs. You're going to get a lot more info here. It's not ready yet, but it will be ready before the 2020 tax season. I hope this information really helped. That's what I really intend to do here, is that with this video is that you go and you take action. You save. So thank you so much and bye. If you like this video, please subscribe, share with your family and friends. I will embrace your inspiring comments. Until next time, remind your heart to smile and fight for your dreams with honor and undying determination. Thank you so much.